Yeah, so we are live. Hey guys, welcome to the PY'PRO YouTube channel. Here we have Karuna with us. Today we will be covering a topic on thriving your tech career with blogging. I guess you all guys are excited with it. Okay, so starting with it, myself, Jil Pathak, I'm a community manager at PY'PRO. You guys already aware about PY'PRO, what PY'PRO does. Whether there is community, there is PY'PRO. You can find us guy everywhere. Yeah. So starting with Karuna, would you like to give your introduction?
Yep, sure. So, hey folks, my name is Karuna and I have been a participant in Google Season of Docs at Async API, and I am also an XMLH coach, and I'm currently contributing to Ubuntu Docs. So, I recently joined, so I'm still exploring about it and learning a lot. So, hey everyone, over to you, Zeel.
Thank you. So today, our today's topic is blogging your way to a thriving tech career. Yeah. So Karuna, would you mind to tell us about how is your going on with the content thing, like blogging thing? Like you have recently joined Ubuntu core team for contributing to their doc, right? So how is it going?
Yeah, so for the Ubuntu Doc team, I thought it would be really easy to get onboarded, but honestly, it felt like I've been browsing like so many pages of Ubuntu there. They have so many wikis and they have so many pages where you can find contributors' information, but few are not updated, few are updated. So I was getting confused and constantly asking questions. So point one, ask right questions and you will get the answers. So that's what I did, and now I'm onboarded. So yay, I
Yeah.
will soon start contributing to it.
Yeah, that's very good. And how about your experience with Google Seasonal Docs? Because mostly what happens, students or like institutional members go towards Google Summer of Code. Like there, more people are not aware about Google Seasonal Docs. So like, tell you how was your experience with Google Seasonal Docs? What you learned and like what was your experience with it?
Sure. So when I started, I wasn't aware of Google Season of Docs too. But Twitter, being great as it is, showed me a tweet. Hey, there is Google Season of Docs, and it was Async API's tweet. So I was like, "What is this thing?" And I started googling, and I was thinking, "Oh, this is nice." But why doesn't this get popularity? Like GSOC, I heard GSOC like 100 times, and Season of Dogs is like a little bit lower, and I thought, let's try what will happen. Usually you will get rejected, or you will learn something new. That's it, right? So I saw the tweet and I applied to the organization, and then I started googling everything that this Google Season of Dogs is for more like folks who already have experience with technical writing. But me being a newbie again, I went on. I still applied though. So lesson number two, keep applying. I'm dropping a little hints here in my talk. Well, so I applied, and honestly, I did not expect anything out of it, but there was still a little hope because my interview went well, and they already had the questions listed. And so I was like, okay, I saw the Async API organization, and then I saw their docs, and I found few things which I can correct or start contributing, start talking in the community. And once I saw everything and I was ready for the interview and saying that, so they asked, what are your ideas of how will you contribute to open source if you get selected, or how will you contribute to Async API or in general? So listed everything which I found, and they found it pretty impressive, and I got in. Well, but later on when I got onboarded, I got to learn a lot of things which I didn't knew. So even though you blog, but there is a different section of technical writing in open source where you have to be like industry ready. So this sort makes you that, and you find out a lot of terms which you don't use usually in blogging or in normal open source documentations. But once you are in like the core places, you get to know some words like information architecture or something like how to guides or tutorials or all those technical terms. So usually in blogging we do tutorials, but those are very different, which I see on blogs like Hashnode or anything. Those are really different from what I did in GSOT. So that was such a great learning experience. And I learned from other interns too, who were like a few already had development experience, and they were doing project 2. So in project 2 they had to completely use the product and even develop some features of the product and then write the documentation. So that was a really big chunk which they did, and I chose a little bit easier one because I still did not have that much experience. So they allowed me to do that, and I got to learn a lot from them. Honestly, the mentors are amazing.
Yeah, like that's what makes Google season or docs apart from every other like every other organization working with. And just a question from my end, so like do we need any experience to work, like to work or to participate in Google season or docs, or like any beginner or no voice who are like passionate about writing content or blogging can participate?
So on the website which I saw, is they say that this program is for people who have already some experience, but few organizations might give you entry if you show them that you are passionate enough, or if you have those little skills, or even if you want to contribute to open source, like you have ideas about it but you could not get a proper guidance. So they can help you with that. So async API was one of that. So yeah, so I guess
So
newbies can take part.
yeah, so it's basically like you have to show proof of work that you are
Yep.
passionate about doing it and you can do.
Yep.
And folks, before moving forward, I would like to say that we also have a contest like a kind. You can say you just have to tweet about the event which is going on currently. Just tag me, tag Karuna, and tag PY'PRO, and we will be choosing two lucky winners. So the first winner will be getting a 1,000 rupees Amazon gift card, and for the second winner, we will like drop shipping you some cool books. So yeah, just tweet about it and tag me, Karuna, and PY'PRO.
Awesome. This is really interesting.
Yeah, basically like what we believe, like we everyone come for the swag, but they stay for the community. Like
True, true,
that's what we believe in. Yeah.
true.
Okay, so I guess we can move forward now, and we can like start with the present your presentation, right? Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey folks, again. So one thing about blogs, I would say, you might think blogging is only about writing something, but it's not. It's much more than that. It's a tool where you can build your technical career. Now you might ask how it's just a blog, no one reads it, or I don't get much audience, etc., etc. But there you go. You can make your thriving tech career, and let me get started. So blogging might be one of the most powerful tools. uh, how is it misunderstood? Just like I said, few people might think it's just writing, but it's not. So see, in blogs what you usually do is you learn something or you know something already, and you are sharing your thoughts and opinions. You're sharing your own story about a product which you used or about a solution which you found, and you're putting out in the public like a blog. And this helps so many people. Like I've found similar problems which whenever you set up something or you make a new project and you can't find the answer to it, right? You go to blogs or you google it and you find some very interesting blogs, and those help a lot of people you don't understand. But so this is also a way to show how you can work with tools, and you know how, sorry with the pings. Okay. So you know how, so this shows the world that you know how to work or how to teach folks using your writing, which is like pen is mightier than sword kind of thing. So you can do that. And usually when you blog a lot and be consistent, people start recognizing you and say, hey, I read this blog and it helped me. So you, it also helps in your uh, getting discovered thing. So it is a very powerful tool. Now in this talk I will cover why should we blog, what is stopping you. So why are you not blogging again? Why are you here? If you're not like, if you started blogging you shouldn't be here, right? So why are you here? tools which are very interesting, and you can make your blog really nice and find your audience. So that's what we are going to talk about. So let's go ahead to why blog. So as I said, credibility gives you your own identity, and you can increase your professional network. So when I was researching about this blogging thing, or when I was getting started, I saw few stories, or an article where few folks who blogged consistently got job offers. Can you believe it? Okay, so when you like see, even if you're consistent and you are not getting audience, there's something wrong, which I will cover in the next few slides. But so you can get discovered a lot when you write blogs, and you can showcase your technical knowledge. Let's say I have a lot of knowledge, like let's say I'm a big brain and I know everything, but I'm not putting it in public now, and people don't know who I am, or what do I know, or they can't find anything about me, right? So and when I go to jobs and I keep on applying, they will ask me my proof of work, which I don't have, because I didn't blog, or because I didn't showcase my work outside in public. So I always say this, that build in public, learn in public, and share in public. So do that, and you will be doing great in your next technical careers. Now, moving on, what is stopping you? Now, uh, let's say I am a beginner in tech. I joined few communities, found some Discord channels. I started talking, but what's next? Now, let's say you read some blogs, and you want to write something on that, like that. You understand it very well. I also want to teach. I have this burning desire to teach folks, but no, I can't do that. Why you can't do that? Because let's say, even if the code print hello world, it's a small code, right? uh, but when you constantly keep on learning, you increase your knowledge, right? And you might still say I'm not an expert, because you just learned some basics of Python, or let's say you you just learned some basics of coding, any coding language. And you'll say, hey, I'm not an expert. I still have a long way to go. I see these amazing blogs from folks which get thousands of views, and I can't do that. No, keep that thought out of your mind. Why? Because you are not the only one beginner in the whole world. There are constantly beginners joining in the tech community, right? So when you join in the tech community, there could be 1,000 beginners who join together with you. Now you are getting all of those beginners together and saying, hey, I can do this, why can't you? Right? So you are putting out a proper path for others to follow to, and you are inspiring them. When you say, she is not an expert, let's say I was not an expert in the beginning too, but when you do it, the world will recognize, and they will also follow your path, right? And what else is there? Someone else is writing already, so how can I write about it? Will it not become plagiarism or something? No, it will become plagiarism when you directly copy paste the same thing, which you should not do. It's a complete no. So someone else is writing it. In this case, what I will say is, let's say a topic, I want to write on a topic called Kubernetes, and there are thousands of blogs on Hashnode again. I saw a lot of them, but they are experts again. I am not. I'm just learning. All of these thoughts will come into my mind, right? But again, I will say, when you learn about a product, or when you learn about new technology, you have your own path of learning it. Let's say I will install Python first, and then I might write print hello world. But someone might know already Python. They might have done it in Replit without installing it, and then they have their own, like they will try it on their own machine. They will install Python and write a whole program. So this is different, right? I'm writing a hello world. Someone is writing a whole program. So the levels are different, and your story is different from others. Let's say, like I might not get started with blogging directly when I got into tech, but someone might have already, or someone might be writing stories like normal kids book which you read, and then they got into tech, and now they have a whole different story about it, right? So I will say, just make your blogs unique, Even if someone else have already their topics listed on, that doesn't stop you. You can add your own perspectives, you can add your own story behind it, you can add how you solved a problem. Let's say like I got an installation problem when I was running npm or when I was installing it. So you can write those little points which you find, and that might be useful. Someone else might got have the same uh, error, right? So don't think that someone else is writing. Okay, two are done. Now how would anyone find my blog, which is a great question again. Now why, how would someone find? That's why PyPros with their blogathon are here. The audience here on the YouTube live stream can also be your audience for your blog posts, right? And Twitter is there, which is an amazing tool again. You have LinkedIn where you can share. Like keep on sharing, keep on learning, do it in public, and get your friends on it too. Like ask your friends to come and join, ask them to review, and you will find a lot of folks who can read your blog and get related with it, right? Also SEO, we will talk about that later on, but there are few tools which can help your blog get discovered like to a wider larger audience, right? So we will cover that soon. Yep, it's here. Tools. So what tools can you use to write a amazing blog post? Usually Hashnode is a great platform to write it. Medium is there again, and what else? You can use WordPress to write your own blogs or create your own site. So there are a lot of platforms to write your blogs on. Now what tools can make those blogs again look very clean, neat, and discoverable? So first tool, I will say Grammarly, because we are no pros in English sometimes and we always make mistakes. It's not like I'm not attacking you saying you're not pros, but we always make mistakes, right? So that is okay. And this is why tools like Grammarly are here to help us. And once you write a blog, don't forget to review it once, twice, thrice. If you can't review, like if you can't find your mistakes, this means that you need a fresh pair of eyes to review your blog. And how can you do that? You can either go to your friend and say, hey, review it for me. If you don't have people to review, what you can do is you can go ahead, put it on a readme file or .md file on GitHub, and then ask open source people to review it. So I why is this step important? Because I saw folks who can like on the blog post, it's not what you call it, it's not feasible to like write comments and everything, right? On a Google Doc you can write comments, but on a blog post which is already previewing in preview stage or published stage, you can you can't write comments saying that hey, this is the mistake, that is the mistake, right? You can't review it. But in GitHub there is amazing thing which called reviews, and you can just click on plus sign, suggest some changes and do it. So that is another great way to do it, and you will get open source folks, you will learn some markdown, and this is again a plus, right? So if you can't find folks who can review it, you can do it this way. Grammarly, yes. So it will check your spelling mistakes and correct your grammar everywhere. All right, and again we have Google Trends. So Google Trends is a SEO tool again. So you can search for keywords, you can search for uh, like any SEO basics. If you want to learn, you can learn that and see how you can optimize your blog to get more people to read your blogs, right? Another tool is Yoast SEO. So this is also one of the SEO tools. So this will make your blog discoverable again, and see that all of your posts or blogs are optimized properly, right? And we also have meme generator. Now why did I add meme generator here? Because you want your blogs to be interesting. Instead of meme generator, you can simply put stock images, which are also very professional. So I wouldn't recommend using meme generator if you're doing it in a professional way, or if you want to submit it to some technical writing jobs, or if you want it to submit as a sample work, don't do that. But if you simply want to make it interesting, you can use meme generator. Oops, did I yeah, I didn't change the para. All right, don't read that though. uh, so meme generator is for like this. You can take a meme template and you can make some memes. So this is what I made. Looking for opportunities, PyPro's blogathon is here. And
Yes.
I don't always read blogs, but when I do, I expect it to be good. And by being it good, you can win a lot of amazing prizes from blogathon, right? Awesome. Sorry. So last but not the least, where can I find audience? I think I covered it already, but find audience by using SEO optimization. You can also share it a lot. It's not share, I don't recommend sharing by spamming them in places where you are not recommended to do that, but share on the right platforms with right people. Let's say you are tweeting about Linux, or let's say you are writing a blog about Linux. Find people who will read about Linux, or who are interested in reading about Linux, and then share it to them. Say, can you review it for me? Or hey, I wrote a blog. Write a nice message, one single message, which could be a simple para, and don't spam them. If you if you already know them, just don't get like send a connection request and you are sending them their blog post. That should not be done. If you already know few people who are in Linux, and ask them to share, or ask them to give it a review, or put a comment, hey, this is what I wrote, could you please like tell me how it is, or ask them anything like that. All right. And there you go, how you can find opportunities. So this may like writing blogs helps you stand out. Why would I say this? So when you have lot of like consistent blogs, or when your writing style is improved, you have your own identity, you have your professional network, people will constantly notice you, and you will get a lot of DMs or requests saying, hey, would you like to work for me? Or hey, I loved your blog post, I would also want to write. So you can inspire, you can have more connections, you can get discovered, and makes you stand out. So you can pull up, hey, I have a 45K view blogs. So and this makes you very unique from other candidates which do not blog, or who don't put themselves out in public. All right, so that's it, I guess. Thank you, and if you have any questions, I'm open to that.
Yeah. So to the folks who are watching it, you can like drop your questions in comment. We would love to answer that. And in the meantime, Karuna, I just have a couple of questions like from the folks in our community. The questions are like there are multiple platforms. Like you mentioned some of them like Hashnode, Dev2, or Medium, or like they can create their own. So what generally people do, like they create a account on three of them and like post on all of it. So like is it a good way, or like you just have to stuck to one platform? So like what is the ideal way according to you?
See, I would not recommend spamming on each and every platform, but if it is already posted on Hashnode, it gives you an option to if the article is already reposted or something like that, and then you can link it down. But you can do that on Hashnode, but not on other platforms. So I would say stick to one platform, be consistent on it, make it your personal blog. Like Hashnode, you can have customized links too, which is amazing. I like it because. You have your Twitter with the same username, you have LinkedIn with the same username, so it makes it consistent and helps people find you easily, right? And so Hashnode has a lot of customizable options too. But if you like dev.to or Medium, I'm not stopping you, but don't post it on so many platforms, different platforms, that won't increase your views or anything like that.
Okay, like that sounds good because we have to stuck on one platform, because that's where the community will find us. Because if we are posting on multiple platform, it would be like he's posting on this, like she's posting on this. So like it is kind of not ideal or professional in a way, I guess. Yeah.
True.
So my next question is like there are certain AI tools. Everyone in the might have heard about Chat GPT. So because it community is saying that the career of you can say UI designer, Chat GPT, or even developers are at the watch, because Chat GPT is such a good, great tool. Can write a content, can write a blog if you want. So like, is there any way we have to fear from it, or like is it going to help us in any way? So like, what's your thought on that, Karuna?
So using ChatGPT or any other AI tools, that is good. But if you are just asking, hey ChatGPT, create a blog for me on this topic, and you copy paste it, that's not the right way, right? So you can ask, if you don't know a topic, ask ChatGPT to explain it to you, and you can write that in your own words. That could be done, which is not again plagiarism, not copy pasting. And grammarly is again fine, but you should not use paraphrasing tools. Like if you are copy pasting it from somewhere and you use paraphraser to like phrase it up and post it on blogs, that is another wrong way. So I would not recommend, because you are wasting another author who wrote that blog. Their hard work is getting wasted, or they are getting plagiarized, right? Which is not good. Like just imagine if that happened to you. You wrote a blog with a lot of information, you researched a lot on it, and then someone just randomly comes, copy paste, use a paraphraser and post it on blog, and they got views more than you. So that doesn't look good, right? So I would say use AI tools to its limit, use it in a good way. Don't just blindly follow them, because even on ChatGPT, when I see typing some code or ask them to explain some stuff, it gives me sometimes strong information which could not like which would not look good on your blogs if you are just copy pasting it and someone finds an error, and they might say, hey ChatGPT also generated this error from me, and there you go. Yeah, some people found out about your chat gpt copy pasting. So don't do that.
Yeah, like we shouldn't plagiarize our code because your content is your content. You should not use AI or any other tool to copy paste it. Like that should not be very professional. And folks, if you guys have any question, like you can post it in the comment section. We are up to answering your questions. And Karuna, one more thing, can you like just tell about your first blog, like how you get started? Because as per me, like start like to start in anything, the first thing is to just get started. Like people are, you can say having becoming lazy on doing that, because once you get started, it will be never ending. You just have to start. You just have to take the first step. Like that is the very hard thing.
True, true. Well, procrastination again is a thing which everyone has. Usually we don't put it out in public that I procrastinate a lot, but we do, right? But like we have that fear when we are just starting. What would people say if they discover? What if I click on post and people will start some mean stuff in the comments? So that fear is for everyone, like everyone who's getting started. I relate. So first blog I changed like 2 3 platforms. I used to do on Medium first, and my first blog post was about Python, I guess. I don't remember it exactly, but making a Discord bot or something. And that was my project on GitHub. And then I blogged it, and I also had a nice readme of my Discord bot, which helped. So I posted it, and I was sad for a few days because no one is reading it. I wrote it so amazingly. Oh no, why? So I had these feelings, but I gradually realized that you don't get big in one night time. So it's just being consistent and uh, keeping your skills updated. So that's all how it works. And also the first blogging experience was like I did not even share to people, I guess, because I was scared. What would people say if I share? So I just kept it in a like posted it and kept it in a secret way, saying that okay, people who will look, who they will look. Otherwise, I won't share it in public because I had that fear in me. What sorry, what will people say? And later on, few when I joined few communities, people discovered it and they were saying, oh, this is a nice one. I was like, really? And I was, yeah, this is a nice one, I can keep on continue doing it. And uh, that's how I did my first blog post.
Yeah. So we have a question from Seshav. So Seshav is asking like, is there Chat GPT taking a job of blog writer or content writer? So what's your thought on that, Karuna?
It won't. First things, see, chat gpt is there to give you some information. But if you read ChatGPT's first, when you open it, it will say that the data is not updated, it is only till 2021. Plus, it won't give you the correct information every time, which I mentioned earlier. So that won't be happening anytime soon. And human touch should always be there. If you are a content writer, if you are just copy pasting the AI thing, you will lose that human touch. You will lose generating memes, or you will lose writing that comic part in your blogging or in your technical writing. Also, there is this thing, writing uh, technical writing in a comical way or in a creative way, which also looks good. It is very looks very human form. Like, you will see and think that, oh, this is written by a human and not an AI. Oh, I'm thankful. So that won't be happening anytime soon.
Yeah, so like concluding that like is chat GPT wouldn't take job of content writers because a human touch is needed in that. And along with it, like you can use chat GPT to improvise your blog, but surely it won't take the job of content writer or bloggers.
It won't even take the job of a developer, because every time we try to write ask it to write a code, it will give you some wrong code which it doesn't work, because I tried it few times and it does not. So everything we need is human.
Yeah, happened with me too. Like I generally said, if you are developing AI and AI is developing something, a person or if a human is needed to control that AI. So that's how it will be working. We have another question with from Vinayak. So Vinayak is asking about selecting project in season of dogs. Like what are the things one should keep in mind?
So selecting a project, before selecting a project, I would say, because in season of dogs, tech stack is not that important unless the organization mentions it, saying that you also have to develop something. Then you have to take care of tech stack. But before going to projects, I would say, go to the organization and like have chat with few folks, and see their GitHub, see the activity on GitHub, how far is it, or look at their docs if you think you can contribute to it, or if you find any changes, or you find the project interesting, let's say. Because I found API documentation interesting when I joined Async API. I saw the docs and everything. They had this interactive tutorial where I played like a few times, and I was like, oh, this is interesting, I want to contribute. And we select it like that, right? And also see that how are the mentors, like talk with them. In GSOC there are no assigned mentors, but like you have in GSOC, right, you have assigned mentors for each and everything. But in GSOC, probably you will get mentors from their organization. Like, you don't have to apply for it, but there might be engineers, or there might be developers who already made that product, and you also have separate mentors. Now have a chat with them, talk about the product, and if you like to contribute, or if you find it easy enough, or even if it's not easy, see if they're giving you a chance to contribute to it by learning. Let's say they might rush things. Like, some organizations rush everything and say, hey, you are not on time, you are not doing well, or they are constantly discouraging you. Then that experience won't be good. It all matters when your experience is good, then you will do proper work, right? So see that community members, talk with contributors, try to contribute a small part. When you are choosing, let's say you find some projects, like shortlisted 5 projects, and try going to the GitHub or whatever platform they are using. Try making small changes, like find good first issues, or if not good first issues, or something which you feel comfortable contributing to. Research about it a bit, and then start contributing.
Yeah. So moving forward, so guys, first of all, the content or the contribution to the doc of Async API by Karuna is live, is public. So congratulations on that, Karuna.
Thank you.
Yeah, and to the folks who are watching this video, we have our blogging, uh, we have our blogging contestant going on. It will be ending on 7th March. So before that, you can write whatever amount of blogs you can write. So we are using Hashnode for that. You can write a blog on any topic. We have a topics ranging from Web3, open source, AI/ML, and Web2 as well. So you can write blog and just use hashtag PY'PRO or hashtag PY'PRO Blogathon. And yeah, you can write a blog using that hashtags and also have some goodies and swags to the participants, to the winners as well. So hope you all will be writing blogs. So Karuna, I guess this is how you can you try your way with blogging in the tech career. And would you mind to tell about like the opportunities you can get by writing content or writing blogging in the tech career and like showcasing your work in public? Because I'm pretty much sure that you have got a tons of opportunity with showing in public, like doing the things in public with writing and blogging as well.
So opportunities, as in I got opportunities from folks who would like to collaborate, folks who would like to learn, or I inspired few folks, which is good. But since the market is down, I'm getting rejections, so putting it out in public, no need to fear. So, but once you get that one single yes, right, from folks you, or from jobs you are applying or internship you are applying, and when you uh, reach that uh, part where you can showcase your work to the hiring managers, that at that time they will know that okay, this person has some proof of work outside in the public, and uh, they would like to prefer you first rather than other candidates, right? And apart from that, you can also write a really good technical blogs without adding memes and something. You can use it as your work samples, have a technical writing portfolio, and showcase it in public, because having a technical writing portfolio again exposes you a lot in the public, and make it optimized so that whenever someone searches, it appears in Google or something like that. And then you can send it to folks, if you search on LinkedIn hiring technical writers or hiring content writers, and once you search, you can send a cold email or cold DM, and then say a whole para about yourself, adds your sample work, and sorry, and you might get an answer, because from the consistency or from the topics you are writing, they might find it very interesting, and they might give you that one chance which you need, right? So that is what I think.
Yeah, so like we have tons of opportunity in the tech career for writers or content writers as well. Yeah. So one more thing I would like to mention: the blogs you are writing is not going to help you; is also going to help the developers or the person who is seeing, because you are inspiring someone out of your blog. Maybe someone starts writing blog, seeing your blog. So yeah, so by the end of this podcast, we think folks watching it or the like folks watching it after will start writing blogs. And if you do so, just tag me, Karuna PY'PRO. We would love to see your blogs and we'll share in socials as well.
And
Yeah,
even if you search some blogs, where a blog got me a job, you can search it on Google and you will find a multiple blogs of people who did it already, so you can read those, get inspired, and start blogging.
yeah, yes, yes. True. So yeah, we are in the end now. I guess we have done a great job, Karuna, like spreading the awareness about blogging, how someone can like thrive their tech career with blogging. So we hope we have together inspired people watching this podcast to blog. And before ending, just to note that anyone watching this podcast, we have our blogathon going on. It will end in seven. It will end on 7 March 2023. You can use Hashnode, and you can like go to bit.ly/PyPro community, and you can just start the blogathon with it. So that's it. Before ending Corona, I guess we have a question from Aditya. He's saying like any paid opportunity for content writing.
Mm, well, there are lots on LinkedIn, because I was specifically looking for those roles, and again, GSOD is a paid opportunity. And if not, how do you like to get paid also depends, because there is this we make devs Hashnode blogging challenge too, which does not actually pay you, but they have some cool prizes like gaming monitor recently happened. They are be sending keyboards and everything. So that is one another thing how you can get paid. So it's basically getting paid without actually getting paid. So you can't buy a gaming monitor, but you're getting it by blogging, right? So you can do that also. This blogathon is also having some amazing prizes. So yeah.
Yeah, so like there are tons of goodies and swags in every blogathon. I have a story like one of my friend is like doing blogathon on Hashnode. Like he has done his whole setup by winning prizes from blogathon. So that's how cool it is.
Amazing. Also, if you find a few companies from like Kubernetes, I think Sivo has a right for us section. Layer 5 has a right for us section where you can go ahead and see that they are accepting proposals. Like you can propose them a topic, how will you write about it, and they will get back to you, and you can have your blog post published on their sites. Like amazing, right? About a product, Sivo is a product. And again, I think CNCF also has few content writing like docs channels and doc contributions, so you can check that out.
Yeah, so like there are like concluding all our video in one. So there are tons of opportunities in the tech career for writers, for bloggers, or technical writers. The first step is to just get started. Once you get started, and you have to be consistent, and there are opportunities waiting for you then, right? Yeah. So thank you, Karuna, for joining us in the video, and concluding that to the folks, thank you for joining this video. We I guess we have done a great session here. So thank you all. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Hope you start blogging soon. Bye.
Yeah.